Hello and welcome to the Governor's Residence Earth Day 2022 virtual celebration. This year's Earth Day theme is Investing in Our Planet.
Pennsylvania is home to 2.2 million acres of lush forest, rugged mountain trails, and roaring rivers. And we must work together to conserve the beauty of this place that we call home.
And that's why in early March, I proposed an investment of $450 million for the Growing Greener Conservation and Recreation Program, as well as for the Agriculture Conservation Programs. We've experienced record-breaking rainfall and flooding events this past year. And this program would make Pennsylvania more resilient in the face of more extreme and frequent weather events caused by climate change.
It would also support our economy, enhance our communities, and improve the quality of life for all Pennsylvanians.
But we cannot do it alone. You too play a vital role in addressing climate change. No action is too small.
Today, we are proud to present a series of videos that we hope inspire you to take action in your community.
You can also find more activities and information in the Earth Day virtual exhibit hall at residence.pa.gov.
Happy Earth Day!
Hello and good morning. I'm Patrick McDonald. I'm the Secretary of the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection, and I want to thank you all for joining us to celebrate Earth Day. Very excited for you to see the latest on the falcons that live here on the Rachel Carson State Office Building. Earth Day is, of course, one of my favorite days. It's a day for everyone, everywhere, to celebrate that one thing we all have in common, our Earth. This year, the theme for Earth Day is Invest in Our Planet. And investing means putting something away for the future and nurturing it so it grows. That's what we do here where I work at the Department of Environmental Protection. We're making sure that the air we all breathe and the water we all drink is clean and safe. And not just for today, but for the future as well. We're also helping to make sure that our neighborhoods aren't covered in litter and that everyone can recycle their metal cans and plastic bottles. We're working to stop climate change, something that threatens how we live today, and try to keep it from being worse in the future. I hope that you will join us in investing in our future. Think of things you can do to clean up your house, your neighborhood, your school. Try using less electricity, or try taking fewer trips in the car with your parents and guardians. And if the weather is nice, get outside and enjoy some fresh air. And let's make Earth Day every day.
Department of Environmental Protection is located in the Rachel Carson State Office Building in Harrisburg, and Rachel Carson is a Pennsylvania environmentalist best known for drawing attention to the dangers of DDT on raptors, which peregrines are a type of raptor. So the peregrines in particular were devastated by chemicals like DDT. So being able to reestablish them in the wild, in the urban habitat here, is a real testament to the legacy that she's left us.
It's exciting for us because we are helping a species come back literally from the brink of extinction. If it weren't for the efforts that we're doing here and that many other agencies in North America, in the US and Canada are doing, we wouldn't have peregrine falcons. They're very important for the ecological balance of the ecosystem. They're a charismatic bird. They're amazing. In a power dive, they can exceed 200 miles an hour, which is just unbelievable. But they can do that, and flying at that speed, they have pinpoint accuracy. They can twist and turn in the air and do anything that they want in the air. For many people, this is their first look at wildlife and their first introduction to the concerns of wildlife conservation. And it gets them more involved in the great outdoors and all the living things in the great outdoors.
Looking in on the Harrisburg Falcon Ledge, the 2022 season is shaping up to be quite exciting, as for the first time since 2010, we have 5 eggs in the nest box. This is quite remarkable, as the female, 48AE, has been successfully breeding at the Rachel Carson State Office Building for 10 years. As is typical with peregrine falcons, the male, 85AK, has been assisting with incubation, and his hunting skills will certainly be challenged, as it is primarily the male that is responsible for bringing prey to the ledge. and once these eggs hatch, the young falcons will grow up quickly, going from hatchlings to fledglings and leaving the nest in just a matter of months. DEP's Falcon Watch and Rescue Team will be on the ground looking after these amazing birds as they learn to take their first flights. You can watch too by visiting the PA Falcon Cam to witness the wonders of these urban raptors.
Hello, my name is Gloria Jean, and I'm working on a mural titled The Pollinators, located in Patrick Alley Pocket Park. This mural is about the pollinators, so bees, butterflies, everything that deals with pollination, growing, natural earth. So I've actually just been drawing with indigenous to the alleyway. They came to clean up the alleyway and planted a lot of native plants in the area. So if you took a tour to the park, you would actually see the plants mimic the mural and the mural mimics the plants. This painting was put together by Sprocket Mural Works just to teach people just about pollination and what's going on with the environment and how things are changing. So since I've been painting this, I've been seeing a lot of pollinators, bees just come visit the wall because of the bright colors. I've seen a lot of squirrels come and just chill and see what's happening. So I've been very aware of the animals and the insects that have been scurrying through the park while I am painting. The butterflies have definitely taken on a new kick for me. One, I am painting everything by hand and free drawing, so it's just interesting to see the symmetry line up and just the colors and just how they pop off from the wall. I just hope it can be an educational piece for the community, but also just when you see something beautiful, you want to take care of it. So I'm just hoping that the environment, the neighborhood, they keep due diligence and just keep graffiti off the wall, keep the area clean, and just enjoy it as much as I am.
Happy Earth Day. At DCNR, we work to conserve and sustain Pennsylvania's natural resources for current and future generations. We're the Commonwealth's leading conservation agency, and as such, we try to model the best practices in our parks and forests for energy conservation and a clean environment. For instance, our visitors get to see these practices in place. Our goal is to have our entire state park system on solar energy within a few years, and you'll see some solar panels at some parks. Our new facilities and buildings are all high-performing buildings. Some of them are even certified as high performance because of the clean energy practices and the green practices they accommodate. So as you visit, look around and read the signs and see if you can learn what we're doing at a given state park for the environment. We work on saving energy through energy efficiency, and sometimes that just means changing light bulbs to LED lighting as opposed to old lighting. Sometimes it means sealing up windows and doors and cracks and plugs to reduce drafts. That's better for our workers, better for our visitors. And you'll see our workers, our maintenance workers, using battery-powered tools like leaf blowers, string trimmers, chainsaws. These are better for our staff, they're lighter, they don't produce noxious gas fumes, and they're better for the environment because you can recharge them using green energy. Think about how you can reduce your carbon footprint. Is it taking less trips? Is it planting a tree in your backyard? Is it choosing foods that are more local? Talk to your family about how your family can reduce this carbon footprint. Are you turning off lights in rooms that you're not using? Are you reducing your energy consumption and maybe combining your trips? There are many things that you can do around the home, around the school, and in your life to help the planet. Our theme this year is Invest in the Planet. It's the only planet we have. What are you going to do this Earth Day to invest in your planet? Happy Earth Day.
With climate change posing a serious threat to our forests and trees, I encourage everyone to lend a helping hand. Studies have shown that planting trees is one of the most cost-efficient and effective green ways to offset carbon pollution. Trees are a natural solution to addressing climate change. Trees can live up to 50 to 200 years in Pennsylvania, depending on the type of tree and where it's planted. When you plant a tree, you're investing in our planet. We in the Bureau of Forestry protect and manage 2.2 million acres of state forest land. We are proud to know our public forests sequester or capture 5.5 million tons of carbon, helping alleviate the effects of climate change. Across Pennsylvania, an acre of forest land stores about the amount of carbon that is emitted annually by 52 vehicles. Trees provide so many benefits, it's no wonder they're a natural green solution. Trees clean the water and trap air pollution, they reduce home energy costs, and they also provide wildlife habitat and food. Trees increase property value, they provide jobs and a source of renewable resources like wood and paper, and they also decrease stress and reduce anxiety. The Bureau of Forestry has many professionals dedicated to planting trees in areas of need like urban cities and towns or sensitive areas like along streams and rivers. Every spring and fall, tree plantings take place all over the state and many volunteers are needed. Please visit our website to find a tree planting near you and to learn more on sponsoring a planting through the Keystone Tree Fund. Together we can invest in our planet and fight climate change here in Pennsylvania by planting trees. Happy Earth Day, Pennsylvania.
Hey, mister.
Yes?
You think they're ever going to finish mowing this lawn?
It's funny you should mention that. Come with me. The grass grows tall on the hilltop tonight, not a carbon footprint to be seen. A kingdom of diversification, and I feel like I'm the king. The wind is howling and the blades of grass are long, kind of like my hair during quarantine. Creating lots of habitats, from the field mice to brown bats. Conceal, don't feel, just do not mow. Well, now you know. Let it grow, let it grow. Don't cut it back anymore. Let it grow, let it grow. Turn away and let the wildflowers show. Here I stand in the heat of the day. Let the storms rage on. Erosion won't bother me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything grow tall, and the weeds that once controlled me can't get to me at all. It's time to see what plants can do, to test the limits and break through. No right, no wrong, no work for me. I'm free. Let it grow, let it grow. I'm one with the birds and bees. Let it grow, let it grow. Go ahead and let it show. Here I stand in the heat of the day. Let the storms rage on. My flowers flourish to the air and in the ground. My soul is spiraling with birds and beauty all around. And one thought photosynthesizes like the leaves of trees. I'm never cutting back, just look at all this green. Let it grow, and I'll rise like an unmowed lawn. let it grow, let it grow. The monoculture is gone. Here I stand in the heat of the day. Let the storms rage on. Erosion won't bother me anyway.
Hi, I'm Amy Marsh and I'm an environmental education specialist here at Nolde Forest Environmental Education Center. We are so excited today to be working with the Berks County Intermediate Unit and the Department of Education to train teachers on doing meaningful watershed education experiences, which is something that we do all the time with students when they come here to the forest. They're learning about the creatures in the stream right now, which is really exciting, and they're looking for living things and how those things might be impacted by what humans do on the land.
We are part of a partnership with multiple agencies and multiple non-formal organizations across the state trying to build environmental literacy capacity. We've been funded over the last several years both by our internal agencies as well as NOAA, and they have supported us educating non-formal educators, formal educators, administrators, and even executive staff at the agency levels to support this investiture in our children's future.
Well, this afternoon, several of us from the Department of Education are actually here in Berks County working with teachers from IU-14 as well as our other partners from other agencies, PCNR and the Department of Education, because we know how critical all of this is for the education of our children. Today we were really talking and we visited the whole watershed concept and how important that is for the consumers that are going to be using water and also preparing our young people for the next generation of trying to do the best they can to preserve the resources that we have. So this is a wonderful collaborative, and it's going to help our kids be who they were born to be because they are going to be so successful.
My name is Janine Michael, and this is Reading High School's outdoor classroom. Our Eco Club, along with community organizations, have been working really hard to set this up. As you can see around us, we have lots of seating. The CTC kids made all of our furniture. We're trying to set up a place that every teacher in every classroom can access so that the kids have a chance to get outside and appreciate nature and just feel the breeze and the sunshine and look at the water and the flowers instead of being inside a classroom during the day.
For this year's Earth Day, we're certainly celebrating by coming to visit the different ways that our schools are repurposing common areas and using them to really shed light on activities tied to the environment. Learn about plants, learn about species, learn about various things that really help us to better understand and relate to the environment. So on Earth Day, I want to encourage all schools to do the same. Go out there, engage with what you have available, and turn it into a learning activity.
Hi friends, and happy Earth Day. My name is Katie and I work at the Pennsylvania Department of Agriculture. Agriculture is a pretty big word. So what is it? Agriculture is farming, it's food, and it's the environment around us. Today, as we celebrate Earth Day, we're also going to celebrate how agriculture influences us every day and how we can participate in agriculture here at home. For today's project, there are a couple things we need. We need a dried lima bean. This can be found at your local grocery store. We're gonna need a plastic bag, a paper towel, and some water to ensure our seed has the nutrients it needs to grow. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay out our paper towel. Water is one of the key things that seeds need, so we're going to place water in the center of our paper towel. Next, we're going to take our seed, put it in the middle, and we're going to fold the paper towel so we can put the seed then in our plastic bag. Now, another essential nutrient for seeds and plants is sunlight. So once we have our seed placed in our bag, we're then going to need to put it in a sunny place. Once it starts to shoot up, you'll see as it starts to grow, you'll start to see roots that transplant kind of into the center or bottom of the bag. From there, it's time to transplant our plant, and we'll need to put it in a pot with soil. And from there, you'll be able to start your own garden just with a lima bean seed, paper towel, and a bag. It's as easy as that. Happy Earth Day, everyone. Thanks for participating.
Hi, I'm Mandy, an environmental education specialist with the Pennsylvania Game Commission. The Game Commission works on behalf of all Pennsylvanians to manage and protect Pennsylvania's wildlife and their habitats while promoting hunting and trapping for current and future generations. As Pennsylvanians, we are blessed with a great diversity of wildlife that enhances and enriches our lives. Our public natural resources, including wildlife, are the common property of all current and future generations. We haven't always been fortunate to have a great diversity of wildlife. In the late 1800s, wildlife was dwindling as a result of deforestation, pollution, and unregulated hunting and trapping. From this dark period emerged the Game Commission, created by the state legislature to protect and conserve wildlife, which was then commonly referred to as game. The wildlife diversity we enjoy today is largely due to the agency's progressive, scientifically based wildlife management programs and support from countless Pennsylvanians and outdoors organizations. Our wildlife still face challenges. Join us as we celebrate Earth Day by learning about Pennsylvania's most vulnerable species and how you can help them. Please enjoy this short video by our Executive Director on the Recovering America's Wildlife Act.
Hi there, I'm Brian Burhans, Executive Director of the Pennsylvania Game Commission. Here in Pennsylvania, we have 664 species of greatest conservation need, which includes both game and non-game species of wild birds, mammals, and aquatic life, plus terrestrial invertebrates like the monarch butterfly. These species, their habitats, and the work needed to help them are the focus of the congressionally required Pennsylvania Wildlife Action Plan, which is available at pgc.pa.gov. This is also the intention of the Recovering America's Wildlife Act, or RAWA, landmark legislation currently making great strides in the U.S. Congress, but we need your help to bring it over the finish line. If passed, Recovering America's Wildlife Act will provide states with critical funding specifically dedicated to at-risk wildlife conservation and education efforts. The Pennsylvania Game Commission and Fish and Boat Commission strongly support Recovering America's Wildlife Act. In fact, our boards of commissioners recently adopted resolutions to support bill passage. We're working together to see this historic legislation passed this congressional session. In our state, the Game Commission doesn't receive any revenue from taxpayers or the general fund. Pennsylvania currently receives some federal funding annually from state wildlife grants to manage species of greatest conservation need and their habitats. If Recovering America's Wildlife Act passes, Pennsylvania would receive critical funding which is needed to address growing challenges. Recovering America's Wildlife Act is a bipartisan modern-day funding solution to address increasing declines of the nation's wildlife and their habitats here in Pennsylvania and across the nation. It has broad support from the state's leading sportsmen and non-hunting groups alike, such as the Federation of Sportsmen and Conservationists, the Nature Conservancy, Audubon Mid-Atlantic, and Hawk Mountain Sanctuary. Nationally, over 350 businesses and organizations back this bill. In Pennsylvania, we've had some wonderful wildlife recoveries over several decades, from the bald eagle to the peregrine falcon. We have been a leader in wildlife conservation and endangered species recovery, and we want that to continue for generations to come. Join us in supporting endangered, threatened, and declining species here at home and across the United States by contacting your U.S. congressional representatives and senators and asking them to support Recovering America's Wildlife Act, H.R. 2773 and S. 2372, one of the most meaningful initiatives for fish and wildlife. On behalf of our wildlife, thank you in advance for voicing your support.
Earth Day reminds us that we need to come together to ensure a healthy environment for both wildlife and humanity. Celebrate Earth Day every day with the Pennsylvania Game Commission. We have put together several fun activities, educational materials, and videos for you. They can be found on the Game Commission's virtual learning page, Wildlife on Wi-Fi. Visit the rest of our website to learn more about Pennsylvania's wildlife and how you can help conserve them, including creating habitat, reducing disease spread, and participating in research. Thank you, and happy Earth Day from the Pennsylvania Game Commission.
Thank you for tuning into our program today. We hope that you feel motivated to care for the land, the air, and the water all around you.
Let's continue to find ways to work together, to invest in our planet, and protect our environment.
For additional learning materials, please visit the Governor's Residence website at residence.pa.gov. Happy Earth Day.